Flashback to around 6 years ago to this point, where the so-called Washington Redskins were in the midst of their worst season since 2014, where they would go 3-13, which would ultimately get them the number 2 overall pick in the 2020 draft, where they would select Chase Young, who had a pretty good rookie season, but he really much just peaked right there. But however, there was a lot of problems for Washington, and the big problem was at quarterback, because their QB room consisted of Case Keenum, a rookie Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace, Colt McCoy, and many, many, many other mid quarterbacks. However, fast forward to current day, they'd find their savior in Jayden Daniels, who just led them to a 12-5 record, getting them all the way to the NFC Championship game. But today, I want to see if their savior of today could be their savior of yesterday, aka 2019. So could Jayden Daniels save the 2019 Washington Redskins? So yeah, I imported him into Madden 20, and yeah, let's go see how he looks. Okay, so we are here on Madden 20, as you can see, because of the Washington Redskins and the NFL 100 thing. Madden 20, we have Jayden Daniels' exact stats here from Madden 25. So damn, it's crazy. This game came out in 2019. I was a freshman in high school. Now I'm in my second year of college, but either way, yeah, we put him on this team. We'll show you the roster looks like, because this is like the day one roster, because the servers got shut down last year, which is also the Madden 21 servers shut down in June, basically July 1st, but they get shut down in June, which is gonna be sad. I'm gonna make a shit ton of Madden 21 videos, or like maybe like 3 throwback ones, but either way, those are pretty emotional for me. But anyway, so yeah, his number one receiver this year was Paul Richardson. He had Adrian Peterson. I remember, I don't know his name. Darius Geis, Samaje Perine, Jordan Davis, but the defense was not that good. Montez Sweat was a rookie. Josh Norman was still on the Washington. Oh, I can't talk about it. Either way, let's see how he does in year number 1, and also I'm scared to see how long this takes to simulate, because on Madden 25, the good thing is simulating takes like 5 minutes. On here, it might take like 10 minutes. Or it takes like 3 minutes on Madden 25, but in here it's gonna take a while. So yeah, I catch up with you guys and see how Jayden Daniels did in year number 1 with the 2019 Washington Redskins. Okay, so Jayden Daniels will lead them to 8-8, getting them a wild card spot. So they won their division, which is they won the division at 8-8, which is kind of funny because the year after, technically in real life, they won the division at 7-9, right? If I remember correctly, I'll put it on the screen, whatever. But let's see how Daniels did in year number 1. And also, since this is Madden 20, I can't show like the big like playoff bracket thing because they added that in 21. But either way, Jayden Daniels would have 3,699 yards, 27 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. So he had a pretty solid rookie year. And maybe asking why does it say college, Texas, experience 9 is because I had to use Colt McCoy's fucking player thing to customize it, whatever. But anyway, so a solid rookie season. Or wait, it's crazy because I just think about it. This was like his freshman year in college, and now he's in NFL, whatever. But either way, see, can they advance far in the playoffs against a 12-4 Falcons? I don't know about that. I don't know about this one though. So they would lose 35-21, and their season number 1 is over. But it's already an improvement because before they only won like 4 games in real life. So they doubled their win count. They don't have the number 2 overall pick. No Chase Young, and yeah, let's see how year number 2 goes. Okay, so for year number 2, we would actually go 8-8 again and miss the playoffs. So let's see, how did Travis Hunter, how did Jayden Daniels do in number 2? So Daniels would have 3,409 passing yards to 21 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. So he had a solid season. Nothing too good, but nothing too bad. I mean, it was above average season, let's say that. Either way, it wasn't above average enough to lead them to the playoffs. As I want to see what his overall is. He's at 87 overall. Obviously, he doesn't have the star development thing, which I should have probably put on him. But either way, Josh Gordon is his leading receiver. Terry McLaurin's only has 73. And yeah, this offense is kind of kind of weird, but let's see how they do in year number 3. And also, I don't know if I said this or not when I was gonna end it, but I think this video probably ends. I want to say, I'll stop simulating by 2024. Okay, so for year number 3, they go 7-9, obviously missing the playoffs again. So yeah, they really have been staying in that threshold of 8-8 to 7-9. But let's see how Daniels did. Also, I'll say the stats might not seem as high as the other simulations I do because there is one less week, because this was like 2 seasons before they added the extra game. But either way, Daniels had 3,273 yards with 28 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. So he's really stayed constant. This team has really stayed constant this whole simulation, but they need to change something to get out of this constant cycle of 7-9 and 8-8. But yeah, let's see how year number 4 treats Jayden Daniels. Okay, so they would go 5-10-1, obviously missing the playoffs as they are whatsoever. But let's see how did JD do. Okay, so he would have 3,440 passing yards, 21 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. So he's still doing like solid. I mean, he isn't doing bad, but he's doing like really well. But either way, he's gonna have to pick it up because they are declining quickly. Okay, so the Redskins would go 8-7-1, obviously once again missing the playoffs. So I mean, for the first time this video though, they have a record over 500, but they did tie obviously. But let's see how Daniels did. So Daniels would have 3,067 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So another solid year, but obviously I don't know if that's gonna cut it. His stats are starting to sort of decline. I mean, his touchdown interception rate's literally been basically the same his entire career here, because we only have 1 more year left of simming. So let's see, can Daniels do something in his final year? Okay, so the Redskins would go 7-7-2. They would tie twice in a season. Okay, this has been really, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's see how Daniels did in year number 6, I think. So Daniels would have 3,574 passing yards to 25 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. So he would finally, that's a good thing, he would get over the double-digit interception mark. However, this team is just going nowhere. This is the year that he was drafted in, actually. At this time he is in the league, led them to the NFC Championship game. But then here he didn't even lead. He led them to the playoffs once, and they are 8-8. They're 7-7-2. I just want to see. Did they? So if they tied the back-to-back games, they tied against the Ravens, and then they tied against the Bucks. Damn. So either way, this answers the question: could Jayden Daniels save the 2019 Washington Redskins? And the answer is no. He saves them in real life, but it's a completely different roster, completely different team. Actually, they've switched team names twice since then. But obviously, this 2019 roster was cursed. There's a reason why they were the number 2 overall pick. But yeah, either way, if you guys did enjoy this video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below what other teams I should do, what other like rookies or players I should put on previous teams. I know I did this with Mahomes like way earlier, but yeah. Comment down below what I should do, and as always, I don't know how to end these things, but